So I got the whole trail, buddy.
So do I.
What game were we playing? Anyways, come back. Welcome to Digit Reviews. I am Gaurav Upreti and this is my friend Prasid Banerjee. Now, we have with us the ZTE V5 and Prasid, he spent quite many hours with this phone in his test lab. I gotta get him out because we wanted to find out what this phone is exactly all about. Last time I did the unboxing, I found it pretty interesting. What do you have to say?
Yeah, it actually looks quite good when you do an unboxing, when you take it out on first impressions.
Mhm.
The ZTE V5 is actually very impressive on first impressions, but when you put it to the test, when you put it under the scanner, it does show a little, few chinks in the armor,
Mhm.
and it doesn't live up to the expectations, to be honest, especially with the competitors that this phone has, your Moto G2 and things like the Canvas Nitro.
Mhm.
So it does end up failing.
All right. Now, this segment that we're talking about, the budgeted smartphone segment, it's burning hot. Now, everybody wants a pie from this category.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
it
So
becomes really important. No, because this category, one could have little extra specs, and they would say, "Oh, we are the best." But right now,
exactly,
looking at the competition,
exactly. So if you look at, in fact, the ZTE V5, that's what I was talking about the first impressions.
Mhm.
When you take it out of the box, all you know about it is that you have a 13 MP camera, something that only about three phones give in this
Mhm.
segment. So that's about the specs. When you look at the specs, this does look like a very good phone.
Mhm.
And in this segment, in the last 1 year, there have been so many phones coming, and
Mhm.
companies like Motorola and in fact Xiaomi even have like almost revolutionized this segment. You're
Mhm.
getting specs here which we none of us probably ever expected to
Never
get.
thought of.
Yeah. So
So build quality wise, it looks nothing great about design. This is what your standard bar design. What do you call
yeah,
it?
it's a standard bar design, but also ZTE, the colors that it has put, the colors
Mm-hmm.
wise, it does look quite attractive.
Mm.
And also you see the matte finish that you have
At the
on the
back.
back of the
Yeah.
phone. So this matte finish is quite good. It feels good in your hand. The
Mm-hmm.
phone feels very sturdy,
Mm-hmm.
and it doesn't feel like something that cannot take a fall. It can take a fall well, but also if you look at this design, it'll get bumps very easily. This especially the back with that kind of plastic. So
Okay.
we've seen with some other phones that these kind of plastic devices, these get bumped very easily when you say drop it on the road by mistake,
Mm-hmm.
or if it takes some other kind of impact.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it should hold up to most simple impacts, but yeah, if
Mm-hmm.
you happen to suddenly drop it from a say a table,
Mm-hmm.
might get a few bumps.
Okay. What about the
Yeah.
screen?
The
Did it?
screen, in fact, is one of the strong points of this phone. It's a HD screen, as you
Okay.
know. It's a
Mm-hmm.
720p HD screen,
Yeah.
and instead of using the Gorilla Glass 3, which most manufacturers today use, this one
Mm-hmm.
uses a Dragon Trail glass.
Okay.
So what the Dragon Trail glass does is this is a protection by not a protection actually. It's a glass by Asahi Glass Corp from it's a Japanese company.
So it's a
So
Japanese dragon. Okay.
you could say that, yeah. Although the
Okay.
Chinese are
Yeah.
known for the dragons more.
Mm-hmm.
But then, this company, what it does is this glass is practically scratch proof for all your practical purposes. If you put a key on it, if you
Mm-hmm.
try to scratch it with a key, it
Mm-hmm.
won't get scratches. In fact, Xiaomi used the same protection in the Redmi One S.
Okay.
So that we tried scratching that device a lot. It doesn't. We even tried rubbing it on a wall. It
Mm-hmm.
doesn't scratch. It really doesn't scratch for all practical purposes. We have put knives to it, and in normal circumstances, you don't end up rubbing your phone on a wall or putting a knife to the screen.
No, but once you're carrying the phone in your pocket, people get lots of things inside their pocket, including knives.
Yeah.
My
Well,
friend
that's the
does.
point. That's the point. That you can keep a lot of things in your pocket. You don't have to worry about putting the same
Mm-hmm.
phone and key in the same pocket because this won't get a scratch. But then again, like I said, the rest of the body may
Okay.
get scratches. Another thing about the Dragon Trail is that if you try tapping on the screen, you'll get a plastic sound from the screen in this. So see, you get a plastic sound from the screen.
Yeah.
So this is something that Gorilla Glass gets rid of. Gorilla Glass 3 is much more premium. If you
Okay.
look at a Moto G3, I mean the new Moto G second gen screen,
Mm-hmm.
or any other Moto phone for that matter. In fact, I have the Moto X here. So Gorilla Glass feels much more premium, and so because of that, Gorilla Glass is better. Gorilla Glass also improves your touch sensitivity of the screen. So that way, Gorilla Glass is better, and of course, Gorilla Glass is one of the strongest that you can get in the market.
Okay, now storage was something that I noticed for the initially 4 GB of space, out of which only
Yeah,
roughly 3 GB is available.
yeah, if you look at like say a Achilles heel for this phone, it's the storage because you're charging it. That is charging about 11,000 for the phone.
Yeah.
10,999 is the price on Snapdeal. So for that you need more storage, which is what I was saying. Even the Xiaomi Redmi one is, which is about 6,000 rupees cheaper. That phone offers you a 8 GB internal storage with expandable memory like this phone. But even bigger, the problem is even bigger in this because out of that 4 GB, you get to use only about 590 MB, which you can access and modify yourself. The rest you can only access on the phone. You can't access it anywhere. You can't connect it to your computer and say, make changes to it, put files in it. You can't do that.
So, okay, another risk that would come into picture would be that if you're changing the primary source of storage,
Yeah.
apps that are already inside the phone,
Yeah, so because of the 4 GB, what happens is you have to change your primary storage to your memory card.
Yeah.
Because that 590 MB is not going to be enough. And the minute you change it to your memory card, if you have apps preloaded on your phone, they might start malfunctioning. In fact, we have seen the camera stop working.
Yeah, it
once.
did, yeah.
Yeah, so once the camera stopped working when we changed it to the SD card. So, yeah, in fact, the problem that we saw, this is something that came up first in the Nexus 5 when KitKat had first been launched, but Google had solved that issue with the OTA update. So either ZTE has missed some kind of update, or
okay, they have done the customization over the
so ZTE has it. It runs on the Nubia UI, which is ZTE's own UI. Either ZTE has missed something there, or it is a problem with the storage in the sense that apps are given permissions based on your storage. So maybe that is something you can solve only if you root the phone. And of course, if you root a smartphone, you lose the warranty.
Okay, talk about the specification.
Specs wise, this phone actually looks very good. It's a 5-inch screen, and 5-inch screens are probably the best and most that you can find today.
Yeah.
Also, you have your normal plastic body, which is actually, this is a much better plastic body than most other smartphones. It's got a 13 MP rear camera, a 5 MP selfie camera. So ZTE is actually calling this phone a selfie phone.
Now, I did use a front-facing camera. Found it pretty interesting. They offer a couple of settings that you can play around with. All that.
Yeah.
I didn't, however, get to use the rear camera because the phone was just not opening.
Yeah.
The internal memory. So
Yeah.
What do you think of the performance overall?
So, no, the front-facing camera is good enough. There's no complaints about that. But the rear camera is actually I think the main hero of this phone.
Okay.
So you take it outside, you take it on a, spin around the block, you take pictures outside. On normal lighting conditions, it actually takes very good pictures. They're not as sharp as you want them to be.
Okay.
But, white balance, the overall picture, the very well-balanced pictures, color reproduction is quite good. But yeah, sharpness is a little low. But then again, there are only 3 phones in this segment that come with a 13 MP camera. So you can get over the sharpness if you really want a 13 MP camera in a budget.
What about low light performance?
Low light is something that is very disappointing. Pictures become very grainy. There's a lot of noise. So under low light, it doesn't perform well at all. You could look at the Asus Zenfone 5, which is actually a direct competitor for this. Costs $1299. And the Zenfone 5 has a very good low light mode. It performs very well under low light. It doesn't have a lot of noise.
Okay, let's come to the performance now. So, how's the overall performance? In terms of playing, did you play any games in this? Were you able to?
We did. In fact, actually. So the performance actually is very surprising. I did not expect this phone to perform as well as it did.
Okay.
Because what happens is the Nubia UI on this is very resource intensive.
All right.
So at any given time, if you have say no apps running on the phone, your phone has no more than 350 MB of RAM free.
That's it.
So that could in general that could mean that your apps will crash. Especially if you play high-end games, say a game like Asphalt 8 or Injustice.
Mm-hmm.
Those games should crash, but they didn't. They didn't. I played them for a good enough period. I played them for 40-45 minutes even.
Mm-hmm.
The phone actually ran very well under that. I was quite surprised that it did.
Mm-hmm.
Also, it doesn't heat up very easily. Many phones today heat up very easily, especially because of these processors that companies put in
Yeah.
the phone.
Mm-hmm.
They have to heat up, but it doesn't heat up easily, and even when it does, it doesn't heat up enough to, be uncomfortable for you to hold.
Okay.
It gets too warm, and that's about it.
So the back cover
Yeah,
pops out.
that's actually a very
And that's
good,
a nice looking battery. How much
very
is
big
the
plus for the
capacity?
phone. It's a 2400 mAh battery, and the main plus point is that you can take it out. It's a removable battery, something that many people want in their phones.
Mhm.
I know people who will actually choose a phone based on this aspect. They
Mhm.
want their battery to be removable because there are many situations where removing the battery is the only way where you can, maybe your phone is stuck.
Mm-hmm.
You remove the battery, goes
Mhm.
off, comes back on. It's called a soft reset.
Mm-hmm.
So
So how many hours did the phone last?
the phone actually on our looping video test, it lasts 5 hours, just over 5 hours,
Okay.
which is okay. It's not like very good, but it means that under normal usage you'll get about 8 to 9 hours of battery life out of this.
Which
So
is good
that'll,
enough.
yeah,
That's what
that'll
you
get
get out
you
of
through your day.
any phone
Yeah.
these days.
Yeah.
Time for digit verdict. Mr. Banerjee, what's your verdict?
So overall, I think verdict-wise, in fact, I think this is a good phone, but I still can't recommend it to people just because of the storage space. It's a very big Achilles heel for the ZTE V5.
Yeah.
You cannot recommend a phone that won't let you store all your things easily. Also, you cannot recommend it because changing the storage feature may give you problems in future.
Mm-hmm.
And these are problems that don't get solved very easily, in the sense that the camera problem I told you, it could, like I said, you either have to root the phone or you have to do something called a system cache recovery,
Mm-hmm.
which many people don't even know how to do.
Exactly.
It's got its own hotkeys. You have to go inside and then do that. So I won't recommend this phone. If you want something in a budget, if you want, let's say, a 13 MP camera in a budget, you've got your Canvas Nitro,
Mm-hmm.
you've got the not the G, the Intex Aqua i5 HD.
Mm-hmm.
So the Nitro costs about $1,000 more than this, while the Intex Aqua i5 HD is actually $2,000 lesser than this.
So does it even stand anywhere near the Redmi 1S?
The Redmi 1S, no, because the Redmi 1S is $6,000 cheaper than this, and the camera is actually quite on the Redmi 1S. It's an 8 MP camera, and it's quite close to what ZTE is offering here. So that's much better value for money, Redmi 1S. So no, ZTE is not competing properly with Redmi 1S here. I cannot recommend this over Redmi 1S.
Mm-hmm.
And in this range also, if you want performance, then you have your Zenfone 5, you have your G2, which both give you expandable storage, also 16 GB of internal storage, which is quite good. If you want cameras, then you have your Nitro, which is almost a similar camera as this, or you have the Intex Aqua i5 HD, which is actually a much better camera than both of these, Nitro and the ZTE V5. So there are many other phones that you can choose for in the same price segment or even lower. So if you want to save money, you have an option there. If you want to spend, say, $1,000 more, you have a better option. So ZTE is not giving value for money here.
Oh man, so a lot was expected out of ZTE, but according to Mr. Banerjee, it doesn't quite live up to the expectations. Anyway, so that was the digit review of ZTE V5. Thank you very much for watching. Back to the game.